Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy, and today I'm going to be talking about Season 7, Episode 11 of The Walking Dead, Hostiles and Calamities. So I'm going to start off straight with all of y'all. I said last week that this episode was going to focus on Eugene, so I was not going to be super invested in it, and I gotta be honest, it was like, I was not. Every single season has to have a couple throwaway episodes, and since the first half of this season was all throwaway, filler episodes, this is the only pass that I'm going to give to this half of the season. We got to learn a little bit about Dwight, we got to learn a little bit more about Eugene. We saw that Eugene is being taken far better care of than Daryl was. It was interesting to see how much time he invested in breaking down Daryl. But then now with Eugene, he's treating him like he's a king. And I feel like it's because he knew that Daryl was intelligent, Daryl was really smart, and Daryl was a good asset. And so if he could break him down, he wouldn't be so strong anymore. Where Eugene is kind of weak, he's kind of stupid, so it won't take much to get on his good side. All he needs to really do is just make him think he's important and make him think that his dick is big, and he can put him wherever he needs him to and trust that Eugene is going to follow him, because Eugene is kind of a weak-minded person. And a lot of people are thinking like Eugene is not turning to the bad side, but we also have to remember that Eugene only brought the rest of our survivor friends towards Alexandria because he was trying to find protection for himself because he knew he couldn't do anything. He's book smart, but he's not street smart. So he needed the group to protect him. And if that came at a lie, then he would do that. Now, again, he may be doing that and he may be lying to Negan so that he can stay safe and exploiting the fact that Negan will keep him safe by making him think that he's getting whatever he wants. But at the same time, this is exactly what Eugene wanted. He was trying to find a community to begin with that would have protected him. Somewhere that he could use his skills and not be harmed. And so far, Negan seems to have all of the power in this place. Alexandria has been run over by a horde of walkers. It's been attacked by Rick. It was attacked by the wolves. It's been attacked by Negan. There's been so many things that have happened to Alexandria that it's not a safe place. And Negan has so many resources and literally everything that Eugene has been wanting since the moment we saw him. So I think that he's gonna stay with Negan as long as he possibly can, and if that means fighting against his friends, that's what he's gonna do because I think he's a selfish character. And I'm sure the actor is a great guy. He seems very nice when he's on The Talking Dead, but just in the show, I just can't connect with him and I really don't feel anything for him. We did get to see a little more about Dwight, which was interesting. His relationship with his wife and how they've kind of separated. And it was kind of a heartbreaking moment when he looked at the letter and his wife talked to him about how he was going to bring the beer and pretzels, but he probably wouldn't remember. And it turns out he actually did. And what we can imply from this is that he would have left with her. And like they said on Talking Dead, is that it's kind of a tragic moment where he goes and he very well may have run off with his wife and he would have left Negan. But she didn't think that he would, and so she left. And talk about freaking twists, at the very end they killed Dr. Carson, who I literally, my mouth dropped open and I was gasping because I was not expecting that twist. Pushing him into the smelter in front of everybody was insanity. It was absolute insanity. It was batshit crazy. And we're seeing Negan slowly break down episode after episode, and we don't know if this is kind of a broad characteristic that he has, that he's always been this way, or if it's just getting worse over time, because we literally have only seen him in this bubble of this season. So we don't know how he's been before. This could be a totally normal thing, but based off of everyone's reactions, I'm guessing it's not. I was editing my video and I had a sudden epiphany. It's almost like Negan is sensing that he's losing control over things. Daryl has escaped, and Carl came in and like machine gunned a bunch of his guys. He's got this guy who's in his camp who potentially is trying to help some people kill him. And a lot of things are breaking down around him. And he's getting lied to, and I think Negan's smart enough to realize that he's being lied to by Dwight. I think he realizes that his wives are conspiring against him. And I think what he has control over is hurting other people. And what he can do to kind of remedy this is to make people fear him again. So maybe this brutal moment that we had with him pushing Dr. Carson into the smelter was a way of him kind of asserting his power again and being like, hey, Joan Crawford-esque, don't fuck with me, boys. You know, and maybe that is something that he's struggling with to try to regain that power, and this is something he has control over. The next episode looks like it's going to be crazy good. It looks like they're going to a theme park, which is super freaking awesome because we have not had a Zombieland reference this whole series. So it'll be really nice to have a theme park, to have kind of like that crazy horror-esque feel to it. I feel like when you think about zombies and you think about zombie franchises, you think about kind of being trapped somewhere, like a theme park, like a mall, you know, somewhere that would be super congested, that would be like the worst place to be stuck at during the apocalypse, and how people are going to get out. And now our survivors are going in to this theme park for whatever reason. We know that they're going to be trying to look for guns. We know that this next episode is probably going to primarily focus on Rick and Michonne, which is really great because it looks like we're going to get some development on their relationship, which is something that I have been super, super needing this entire series because I feel like they just have so much chemistry, and especially since last season where they really developed that relationship and then they kind of seem to break apart. It'll be nice to see them come back together again and what happens from here on out. Kind of my overall thoughts on this episode was that it was like, this is the lowest one so far in the second half of the season, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen from here on out. And granted, I did mention that I needed more Negan, so I can only blame myself for this, but I just don't really care about Eugene. And that's the tea. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all again next week with the next episode. Bye!